Hello, it is 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight's headlines, we have Djibouti sets its horizon at the special session. For the international scene, tragedy in Rafah, Israeli airstrike kills 12 in the southern Gaza Strip. Welcome to our newsroom under the chairmanship of His Excellency Dileita Mohammed Dileita, in accordance with the Article 21, paragraph 1 and 2 of the Rules of Procedure. The Conference of Presidents of the National Assembly was held this Wednesday, December 13, 2023, to set the agenda and date of the next plenary session. The government was represented by the Prime Minister, His Excellency Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed. The meeting was also attended by members of the Assembly, Bureau Committee Chairman, and the General Budget Rapporteur. The Conference of Presidents first dealt with the transmission to the various committees of the bills on the agenda, namely Bill adopting the Master Plan for Education and Training, Bill approving the 2022 financial account of the National Printing Office of Djibouti, Bill approving the 2022 financial account of the Djiboutian Road Agency, Bill adopting the 2022 financial accounts of the RTD, Bill on the accession of the Republic of Djibouti to the Lisbon Agreement concerning the protections of appellations of origin and their installation, their international registration, and its latest version. The Geneva Act, adopted in 2015, draft law approving the financial account of the People's Palace for fiscal years 2022, a draft law approving the financial account of the Djiboutian Agency for Social Development, ADDS, for fiscal year 2022, finance bill on the initial state budget for fiscal year 2024. Following consultations and review of the agenda, the Conference of Presidents has determined the next public meeting will take place on Monday, December 18, 2023. The Idris Farah Abani Police Academy has hosted the closing ceremony of the Somali Police Training Program on Wednesday, December 13, 2023. The 90th Miadi class of 94 Somali police officers benefited from training at APIFA. The training, which lasted a month and a half, was designated to enhance the qualifications of the Somali police forces, enabling it to assert its control and guarantee the security of the territories of the various provinces liberated by the Somali National Armed Forces. Since coming to power, Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud has launched an unprecedented military offensive against the Al-Shabaab terrorists. Mogadishu's military offensive, held by the international community, has already achieved significant success, liberating several strategic towns in the southern and central Somalia. The ceremony began with a review of the troops by the acting Minister of the Interior and Minister of Defense, Hassan Umar Mohammed, the Director General of the National Police, Colonel Abdurrahman Ali Kahin, the Director of the Somali Police, Abdullahi Hassan Barise, and the General of the Italian Carabinieri, Andrea Paris, recalling that the troop review was marked by the presence of the various units of the National Police, namely from FAR, flag bearer, motorcyclists, and four platoons of the Somali police officer, public security directorate intervention companies, immigration directorate, military police, and raid. The closing ceremony was attended by the Minister Umar Abdi Said, Minister of Labor in charge of Formalization and Social Protection, Minister of Agriculture Mohammed Ahmed Awale, Minister of Decentralization Hasim Harun Ali, and Chief of the Defense Staff Brigadier General Tahir Ali Mohammed, the General Director of the National Security Hassan Said Khaire, the Somali Ambassador to Djibouti Salad Ali Jelle, also took part in the ceremony to mark the end of the training course for the Somali police. The commander of the Italian Carabinieri, representative of the diplomatic corps, representative of international institutions, senior officers of the corps, and defense chief of our country and friendly countries, several other civilians and military personalities also took part in this end of course ceremony.
dadaala Soomaaliye dadaala Soomaaliye.
After the troop review, the Italian Carabinieri General Andrea Paris took the floor to explain the objective of the training and the expected results. I am very pleased to take part with you in this ceremony, marking the end of training for the 19th Miadi class, which includes 94 Somali police officers who have benefited from training at APIFA. I would first like to convey the warm greetings of the Italian Carabinieri High Command to the Djiboutian officer. Italy has been working since 2013 through its Carabinieri by offering support for training for the benefit of the Somali and Djiboutian law enforcement forces. Noted the General, the Italian Carabinieri General thanked the Djiboutian authorities for their efforts in tirelessly providing all the resources needed to consolidate the know-how of the Somali National Police. In the series of speeches, Somali Police General Abdullahi Hassan Barise first emphasized the importance of this training for Somali police officers, which began in 2013. This training has enabled hundreds of young Somali recruits to benefit from quality training offered by the Italian Carabinieri at the Nagad Police Academy, said the Somali Police General Abdullahi Hassan Barise. The ties between the Republic of Djibouti and Somalia find a prosperous crucible in the fraternity and solidarity that are their very foundation, declared the General. The General Director of the National Police, Colonel Abdurrahman Ali Kahin, said for his part, I would like to thank the trainers who did their best to supervise the young Somali recruits through their course, and the 136 men from the Djibouti Police and Army who were trained by the Italian Carabinieri for reminding the young Somali police officers of the vital role they will have to play once they return to their country. Certificates of merit were awarded to the top 6 young Somali police recruits by the officials in attendance, trained at the academy by officers of the National Police. They were keen to demonstrate the practice of maintaining order during a hostile demonstration. After the speeches by the officials, the young Somali police recruits got down to the business of demonstrating their skills. The aim of the exercises was to stimulate a complex job in a crisis zone and demonstrate the full capabilities of the Darwish police officer trained by Miadi Somali 19th in the field of escort and public order and tactical operation. In this way, they proved to the officials that their stay with the APIFA has enabled them to reinforce their security know-how, a know-how they will have to apply in the accomplishment of their mission back home. The end of the training ceremony for Somali police officers at Idris Farah Apani Police Academy ended with a breakfast hosted by the Director General of the National Police, Colonel Abdurrahman Ali Kahin. At the end of the morning, the day ended with an exchange of gifts between the Director General of the National Police, Colonel Abdurrahman Ali Kahin, and the General of the Carabinieri, the General of the Somali Police, and the Director General of APIFA, Commander Yusuf Umar Yusuf. The training was conducted at the Idris Farah Apane Police Academy by Carabinieri personnel with the logistical support from the Italian military base in collaboration with the elements of the National Police. The Ministry of Women and Family, in collaboration with the National Union of Djiboutian Women (UNFD) and UNFPA, organized a meeting of the Governance Committee on Gender-Based Violence this morning at Hotel Kempinski. The meeting was chaired by the Minister of the Women and Family, Mona Osman Aden, and attended by the Secretary General of the Ministry of Justice and the Secretary General of the Ministry of Women, the Secretary General of the UNFD, and the UNFPA representatives. This meeting of the Gender-Based Violence Governance Committee brought together gender focal point from the Ministry of Health, a member of the platform of the Ministry of Women and Family, the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of the Interior, the Ministry of Justice, the National Police, and the National Gendarmerie. This information meeting was led by the coordinator of the CEO listening to cell, Ms. Saharla Hassan Ali, and has made for the presentations of the recommendations of the report of the coordination meeting, the presentation of the TDR governance of the Ministry of Women and Family. For her part, the Minister of Women and Family, Mona Osman Aden, said that the workshop aimed to establish a more effective and efficient coordination to improve essential services and eliminate gender-based violence, to strengthen and consolidate improvement in real-time data collections and analysis for each sector. During the meeting, the Governance Committee on Gender-Based Violence were able to discuss and exchange with each other. The bilateral meeting between the Secretary of State for Investment of the Republic of Djibouti, Safiya Mohammed Ali Gadile, and the Executive Secretary of the Economic and Social Commissions for Western Asia, ECOWAS, Ms. Rola Dashti, in Marrakesh on the sidelines of the second Arab SME Summit was an opportunity to discuss ways to strengthen the partnership between Djibouti and these commissions to which the countries had just joined. Participants in this meeting included the Chief of Staff of the Ministry of Economy and Finance, Samir Aden, the Director of the Center for Economic Legislation, Abdul Karim Hassan, and the Director General of the Guarantee Fund, Awad Ahmed Awad. The meeting was likely an opportunity to discuss the details of future cooperation between Djibouti and ECOWAS, particularly regarding support for small and medium enterprises and the development of the country's economic ecosystem. During the meeting, Ms. Safiya Mohammed Ali Gadile presented the general situations of the small. For her part, the Minister has presented the general situations of the small and medium enterprises ecosystems in Djibouti. She also requested support from ECOWAS, an important line institutions to support Djiboutian small and medium enterprises. Emphasis was placed on strengthening the capacity of institutions that support and supervise small and medium enterprises, as well as on the creation of an ecosystem favorable to their development. A festive and successful atmosphere reigned at the end of a training ceremony for radio television technicians, which took place today at RTD. They took place at RTD headquarters. The ceremony, honorably sponsored by RTD's Director General, was marked by the presentation of a certificate to technicians who had successfully completed their training of state at the art technical software. RTD technicians underwent intensive training in the latest technologies and technical software used in radio and television. The training was delivered by the renowned industries experts, ensuring that the participants acquired the skills they need to stay at the cutting edge of the ever-changing industry. Director RTD's General Director Aden Abdi Jama opened the ceremony with the inspiring words stressing the importance of the investing in ongoing training to maintain technical excellence in broadcasting. He congratulated not only the technicians but also the trainers for their dedication and commitment through the training programs. The ceremony culminated in the presentations of certificates to the distinguished technicians. Guests of honor present at the ceremony underlined the importance of such training initiative in the development of the RTD. They praised RTD's role as a visionary leader in promoting continuing education for its employees. The Director General of the Civil Protection, Colonel Mahmoud Musa Mahmoud, presided over the closing ceremony of a double training course for some 20 firefighters on Wednesday. The ceremony was attended by the French military officials based in Djibouti. The aim of the training was to enhance the performance of the fire department through the use of new techniques based on the role of the fire chief and the road rescue, which is crucial in interventionist operations and drone handling training. As you know, road accidents are a frequent occurrence these days as the series continues to grow and expand. This training comes at the just the right time. Last but not least, the ceremony ended with an exchange of gifts, the traditional family photo to immortalize the unique occasion. In a speech delivered on the occasion, the Director General of the Civil Protection, Colonel Mahmoud Musa Mahmoud, began by thanking the French side for its contributions to this initiative, which he said should help strengthen the operational capabilities of our firefighter. He then urged the trainees who have made great efforts to guarantee the safety of the population to put into the practice in the file the lessons learned during this training. Under the aegis of the Ministry of Agriculture, Waters, Fishery and Livestock in charge of fishery resources, under the general supervision of a member of the offices of the Food Agriculture Organization in Djibouti, in close collaboration with the Livestock and Veterinary Service Directorate, closed this week the training workshop held at the Dikil Palm Grove 5 days, a training workshop on priority animal disease with the participation of some 10 livestock auxiliaries and the agents of the deconcentrated veterinary service of the regions of Addis Ababa and Arta benefited greatly from the knowledge transmitted during this training. The workshop closing ceremony was attended by the Deputy Prefect Idris Abbas, the Vice President of the Regional Council of Dakhil Ibrahim Guru, the Regional Director of the Livestock and Veterinary Services Mr. Ali Muhammad Ali, and a representative of the Livestock Directorate, of a representative of the Food Agriculture Organization's priority animal disease were thoroughly explained to participants. These were pests of a small ruminant, food and mouth disease, contagious bovine pneumonia, and brucellosis of small ruminants and cattle. This training workshop is part of the implementation of activities under the eShare Securing Pastoral Systems project financed by the European Union and implemented by the FAO under the supervision of the Ministry of Agriculture. For his part, the Deputy Prefect of Dakhil, Idris Hussein Abbas, described the training as very useful in protecting the health of livestock in the Dakhil periphery and the outlying areas. He stressed that the sharing of knowledge was very useful and thanked to a Food Agriculture Organization and all the livestock auxiliaries in the Dakhil regions. The strategic priorities of this project are to secure pastoral systems, strengthen to resilience of pastoral populations to the difficulties of climate change, and improve the quality of life of the local population. For the international scene, at least 12 Palestinians dead, including 6 children. An Israeli airstrike on a house in the town of Rafah in the southern Gaza Strip on Tuesday killed at least 12 Palestinians and injured dozens more. The Palestinian news agency reported that, citing medical sources, the agency said the victims of the airstrikes of the Al-Harb family homes included 6 children. Israeli warplanes, artillery, and gunboats also continued to bombard the besieged Palestinian enclaves, causing dozens of casualties, mostly children and women. Israeli bombarded the Gaza Strip from the air, on the ground, imposed a siege, and launched a ground offensive in retaliation for the Hamas cross-border attacks on October 7. Since then, at least 18,205 Palestinians have been killed and 49,645 others injured in the Israeli attack, according to the Gaza health authorities. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.